Alright guys, and welcome back. In this video, we're actually going to dive into keyword research. Basically, I'm going to show you a bit of an unconventional way, I guess, to complete this keyword research. We're going to use a tool called Helium 10. There's going to be a link in the description of this video series if you want to use this tool to do your keyword research. However, there are other tools out there such as Jungle Scout that you could use as well, Amazon Scout, and achieve very similar results. Basically, what we're going to do here is we are going to take top 3 to 5 of the ASINs that you will be competing with on Amazon, and we're going to do a reverse ASIN search on these particular products. Basically, what that's going to do is it's going to haul out all of the keywords that these products are ranking for, organically and under sponsored, and we're gonna extrapolate the data onto our computers, and we're gonna refine it and essentially just take out the bips and bobs that we need, right? So you can kind of go as granular or as broad as you can with this approach. I'm going to be giving you guys suggestions along the way. This is probably going to be a video that's in like a 2-part series. I'll probably pull the data and then we will crunch the numbers after, because we can take the broad approach where we go after keywords that are in higher demand, but that's going to cost us more when it comes to PPC, right? Another approach to take when you are doing these launches and for maintenance campaigns as well is to go after the longer tail keywords in a niche. So these are the keywords that have less of a search volume. Let's just say dog beds orthopedic has a search volume of 30,000 searches per month, but dog beds orthopedic small pooch has 1,000 searches a month, right? The latter there, it's going to cost a lot less for us to bid on those types of keywords. I'm just going to hop into my computer right now and we're going to go through essentially just niching down. So we're going to niche down into heated dog beds as opposed to like dog beds in broad as we referred to in the last videos. And we're going to see what we come up with. I'm going to take the top 3 ASINs and we'll go from there. All right, guys, you can see on my screen here, I do have the Helium 10 extension installed here. So if you just look up Helium 10 extension and scoop that, you should be able to see the data that I'm seeing now. The subscription that I'm on with Helium 10 right now, I think it is a la carte, and I just have Cerebro and the X-Ray extension. In my opinion, that's all you really need for keyword research and product research. Cerebro up here crunches all the numbers for you guys. When we click into X-Ray here, we're going to see the top ranking products for this particular keyword, heating dog bed. So these guys are doing pretty good, like 5,200 sales a month, 28, 2,000, right? They're all north of around $70,000 US per month in revenue. Just objectively looking at this, I opened up a tab for this guy here, because this guy's a little different, depending on your dog bed, right? And this guy here. We see here this guy, and then we have this guy, and then we have this guy. You can take 3 to 5 ASINs, I recommend. You can go even further than that, but you should be able to scrape up enough data with 3 to 5 ASINs. So from here, I'm just going to come over here, and if you see this little B0 number after the DP, that is going to be your ASIN. And I come back over to Helium 10, and I'm going to run a reverse ASIN search on this. So it's just going to take some time to fetch the data because Helium 10 operates on a crawler system. So it's just kind of scraping all that data for you. And this is the information, guys. I'm not going to waste our time here because we're going to get into the numbers shortly. However, what we are going to do is export the data right here. I'm going to do it into a Excel file. That's saved for me there. And I'm just going to save it under the ASIN on my desktop. The file name is just going to be the ASIN. I'm then going to come over to this guy here, do the same thing, guys, and then I'm going to come over to Helium 10, exit that, do that, get keywords. And we're going to do this for one more ASIN, and like I said, we should be able to scrape up enough keywords with this approach to have enough keywords for a launch, right? Because in the last videos, we were targeting dog beds. We weren't targeting heated dog beds specifically. And here you're going to get a lot more exposure to how you niche down in a heated dog bed environment. I'm just going to export that data again there. Show it in my Finder. I'm using a MacBook. Here, very similar if you were using Windows, of course. And then finally this guy. So this guy's a little different. He is a small dog bed. So he's going to be, that's something you need to take into account into your PPC approach, right? Like Most of the keywords that are going to show up for this guy are probably going to be on the smaller dog bed side of the coin, right? So we're going to come up here and we are going to export that data as well. All right, just gonna look for that. All right, guys, so in the next part of this video, I'm going to actually open up the data and start crunching the numbers and show you guys exactly how we go from a more broad approach when it comes to these heated dog beds to a more niche approach. And when I say niche, it's targeting those long tail keywords. So your launch strategy should fall into two different buckets. It should fall into a broad approach, which is the higher tail keywords, and those are gonna be the more expensive ones. But hey, if you guys have been following my channel or taking e-commerce in a way where you implement a competitive advantage to the market, and I'm not just talking packaging, I'm literally talking aesthetic design, enhancing the design, whatever the case may be, the electricals behind it, just for this particular product. It might sound like a lot, but a lot of the times you will do well on those keywords, right? Like at the end of the day, we don't want to be competing on price. We want to be able to set our price and like kind of leave it. And kind of go from there. Stick around, guys. We're going to hop into the next video now, and I'm going to be talking about how to extract these numbers to implement in your PPC campaigns.